Welcome to the spring season of Red Devil Roundup, where we're previewing the baseball team here at Owensboro High School. I'll go ahead and let my first player introduce himself.
Well, I'm Griffin here. I'm a sophomore at OHS.
Griffin, just kind of talk about, you guys have been putting in a lot of work in the offseason. Kind of first start there. When do you guys get going? I know you also play soccer, but when do you start conditioning for baseball?
Well, I think most of the kids start around September, but I started at the end of soccer season, the beginning of November.
And why is it important to put that work in the off season?
Just get stronger and better.
You guys have been practicing now since what, about February or so?
Yeah.
Kind of talk about what makes a good baseball player. I mean, what are the skills that you kind of have to hone in on to be able to produce here on the field?
I think you just got to be able to play some good defense, battle at the plate, and just make all the plays you can. Good effort.
Sure. And what position do you play out here for the Red Devils?
I play almost anywhere, but I mainly focus on second base.
On second base, so mid-infield. Kind of what are the skills you have to be a good mid-infielder?
I think you got to have quick hands. You just got to know the game, what to do with the ball when you get it.
Preview the team a little bit. Kind of talk about what you guys have seen in practice, what you think some of your strengths are going to be.
I think some of our strengths this year is going to be defense. We've been focusing on that a lot, and we're trying to focus more on hitting.
Sure. I know you guys start the season now here pretty soon. By the time people see this, the season might have already begun. But what can people expect if they come out and see you guys on the field?
Just that we'll be competitive this year, and we'll go out there and give it us our all.
And coming up right after the break, we'll hear from another Red Devil baseball player. And we're back here on Red Devil Roundup, where we're previewing the 2016 baseball team here at Owensboro High School at Jack Hicks Field. I'll go ahead and let my next player introduce himself.
I'm Will Hemingway. I'm a senior at OHS.
Senior at Owensboro High School. So, Will, obviously, a special year you're looking forward to this year being your last. Just kind of talk about what that means to you, that it's your senior year. Guys are going to come out here and compete.
I just want to lead these guys to a district, or to go into the region, get a district championship, and a winning season this year.
Absolutely, and obviously the district's always tough. All four teams are always good. Unfortunately, there's never any duds in the city of Owensboro. Just kind of talk about what it's going to take for you guys to get that district championship.
It's going to take a lot of teamwork. We need to work together, become as one, and then have our batting and pitching come around.
Kind of talk about what you guys have been working on in the off season to have that kind of stuff come around.
We worked on strength, of course, because we aren't the biggest team around. We have a lot of pitching, a lot more pitching than we did last year, and our hitting has gotten a lot better. You
have a young team. I guess you said you're one of two seniors. Kind of what do you guys need from your younger guys to step up and be able to compete out here?
They just need to be out here and be comfortable and know that if they make a mistake, that we have their back and they'll be ready for the next play.
Talk a little bit about the team this year. Like I said, I know it's a pretty young team, but just kind of talk about what do you think some of the strengths are going to be this year.
I think our strength is going to be in the field. We have a bunch of young kids that are pretty fundamentally sound in the field. We have quite a few pitchers this year too, so I think our defense will be our strong point. Anything
you want to say to the people watching this at home that are obviously today, if we get days like this, gosh, we could you could play baseball every day and something like this would come out. But what would you want to say to the people at home?
Come out and support us. We'll love to have you come out, and every day is a good day for baseball.
Absolutely. Coming up right after the break, you'll hear from the head coach here at Owensboro High School, Coach Logan Johnson. And we're back here on Red Devil Roundup with the head coach of the Owensboro High School baseball team, Coach Logan Johnson. Logan, I guess you're in your, third year now?
Third year.
Third year. Just kind of first talk about, obviously, playing for the high school and now coaching it, kind of what's that's meant to you over the last 3 years.
Owensboro High School has been a school of tradition, and anything I can do to extend that legacy as long as I possibly can is just icing on the cake for me. Getting to be able to come back and teach and coach at my former high school is really special. It means more to me than just the game and just being able to teach and coach. I feel like I'm giving back to the community that gave so much to me, and it's just a real honor.
Just kind of talk about this year's team. I know you got a couple seniors. Just kind of preview kind of down the line for me a little bit.
Yeah, we've got a lot of kids that have 3 years experience with me, which is important, and to understand what we like to do in the program. And it really translates into practices. A lot of kids know what I expect of them, and practices run more smoothly and we get more things done. Having said that, our senior leaders this year are very capable of mentoring some of the younger players and helping them along as far as fundamentals and what we expect in our program. So right now is a really good time in our program for development and growth.
You know, it's no secret, you know, our district here in Owensboro, all 4 teams are usually pretty good. You know, there's not a give me win on the schedule. Kind of talk about, you know, your experience with that, both as a player and now as a coach.
Right. You know, starting out when I was a player, I think we were one of the best 2 teams in the district all 4 years of high school and never made it out of the district. So that's just a testament to the kind of level of competition that's in the 9th district.
And you guys, when you were in high school, I know were ranked like top 10 in state there a couple times too.
We had a deep pitching staff and a lot of good hitters, and we ran the bases really well and really aggressively and put a lot of pressure on the defense. But, you know, there were just as talented kids on the other team facing us night in and night out. And, you know, it's kind of the same now. There's a lot of talent spread out all over the city, and I think the team that plays the best team game is going to be the team that comes out of the 9th district year in, year out.
What do you think it's going to take, you know, to compete here in Owensboro this year? You know, what do you all have to bring day in and day out?
I think day in and day out we need to bring a lot of energy and a lot of support from the teammates. We're going to have to play good defense and pitch like always. We're not going to be able to score 9-10 runs a game, so we're going to have to keep it a low-scoring game and stay in it till the 7th inning. That's an important thing, and you know, with the guys that we have now, we're not used to being in games in 7th inning all the time, so it's important for them to learn how to play a full game in a full 7 innings.
You know, one thing that I've noticed, and a couple of your players touched on, you know, not the biggest team in the world. So kind of talk about the style of baseball that you guys hope to play this year.
Well, we'll be playing a little small ball on offense, trying to put the pressure on the defense, hit and run, move them over when a runner on second, less than 2 outs, and then we've got to take advantage of runners on third with less than 2 outs. Getting those runs home is absolutely crucial for us. We will bunt in bunting situations, and we'll put a pressure on the defense as much as possible. But as far as home runs and doubles, we're not going to hit a ton of those. But when we do get them, we're really going to have to take advantage of it.
Is there anything else that you just want people to know at home? You know, I'm sure obviously, especially on, like I was talking about earlier, a day like today, you know, there's nothing better than coming out to Jack Hicks Field to catch a game.
It's a beautiful day out here. We're going to have, throughout the season, we're going to have some new twists to the games. We're going to have some guest appearances from some theater students and maybe some choir students sing the national anthem, try to spark it up a little bit.
And that seems like that's a really special thing now that, you know, you're at Owensboro High School. You're kind of seeing, you know, it's kind of neat that, you know, several of the kids out here, you know, that do athletics primarily, you know, are also involved in theater and choir. Just kind of touch on that a little bit.
Well, I love that we have crossover students at OHS and that are involved in more than one extracurricular activity. So we definitely support all those kids in whatever they want to do and try to accommodate the best we can. But just having fans at the game is great, and in a day like today, and if we have this the end of March, I'll be happy. So we're going to take advantage of today.
All right, well, there you have it. Come out and support your 2016 Red Devils as they start the season, probably here very soon by the time this video airs, and appreciate you coming on and all your players, and you know, we look forward to what this season brings, and certainly we hope that everybody will come out and support.
Yep.
For Logan Johnson, I'm Dave Kirk. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.